Seems like Valve has released another batch of copyrights that are listed online, and we can look at those to find out more about Artifact. I'm going to be bringing my analysis of the list, brought to you by Artifact Academy.
Interesting.
The master!
Are you ready to have some fun?
Let's go to work!
A lot of you probably remember about a month and a half ago when an article came up on the Reddit describing a list of cards that seemed to be on the copyright website in the United States that had over 100 art assets listed. There are 117 cards in this list, including 11 heroes, and we lost our collective mind over this, which was really exciting, because the first information that we had about this. Now, a month and a half, of course, has passed since then, so I thought maybe I should go back and see if anything new had come up, and it turns out it had. Doing another search today, which is of course June 14th as of right now, I found 196 cards, or potential cards, on the list, including 34 heroes, if I counted correctly. So I'm going to focus largely on the heroes that are new from this list, because these are the things that we know the most about. Of course, there's a bunch of other items and spells and such which are hard to learn about, of course. So there were a few new ones that we already knew that were going to be in the games, such as Crystal Maiden, Axe, and Bristleback. These weren't listed in the list before, so they were included in those numbers, but we already knew that these are going to be in the game, of course, from gameplay previews. The list of heroes that are news are Beastmaster, Earthshaker, Enchantress, Lich, Magnus, Necrophos, Omni Knight, Tidehunter, Timbersaw, Tinker, Ursa, Venomancer, and Viper. These are the ones that are listed in the list that we hadn't seen confirmation before about any of these. Now, we did have some hints that both Tidehunter and Tinker were probably in the game, given the fact that abilities and spells that were named after them were in the list already, such as Kraken Shell and March of the Machines. So those aren't a huge surprise. One thing I will note is that we have both Venomancer and Viper in the game if this list does what we hope it does, which means that we could see something like a poison mechanic as being part of the game. Just a possibility, because both of these heroes obviously have some poison-related abilities that they use, so interested to see if that's something. Now, of course, there were some other abilities that might give us some hint of other units and other heroes that might be seen in the game. We saw from the list Curse of Atrophy. Now, Underlord has a ability called Atrophy, so he might be in the game related to this. This is just the name that they use for it in the game. Then possibly. We also have Corrosive Mist on the list, which is similar to Corrosive Haze, which is, of course, an ability of Slardar. So he might be in the game. And most exciting of all, we have Remote Detonation, which sounds a little bit like Remote Mines, which means we might have techies in the game. So that's a possibility. These are, of course, speculation. Though, of course, there's no promises from any of this. We don't know whether any of these cards are confirmed to be in the game. They're just from the list, so just pulling out guesses from that. I have the entire list on my website, so you can find a list for that, a link for that rather, down below. Check that out. If you want to check it out for yourself, I have a link to the website that you find this. I can't just link you the search. You have to search for it yourself. So you'll see a screen like this right in Valve Corporation in that box there. Make sure that you have the name setting as what you're searching for, and then you just begin your search, and you can find it there. Thank you so much for coming to check this out. Hopefully you're excited about these revelations as I am. This is, of course, once again brought to you by Artifact Academy. Check out my other videos and my articles to support this site. Greatly appreciated. Like and share as well. Subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. Go to Reddit as well to share your own things that you found from this list. There's a lot of information here that I did not get into, partly because I have a hard time processing it all. So be sure to share your theories and findings from that. Comment as well. Love to hear your feedback on the video. You can also reach me on Twitter. I'm very active there. @Academy Artifact is the website's official Twitter, but I'm a lot more active on Neon Eternal if you want to reach me there. Also, I have a survey. Of course, if you haven't filled this out yet, this is a part of my ongoing series about card game economics. Fill it out for a chance to get a Steam gift card for $10. Link for it in the description. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. Take care.